What wondrous love. What a wondrous day. The doors are closing. Come on in. Come on in. All are welcome. Dance on in. Oh, my soul. Oh, my soul. My soul. Welcome all. All are welcome. What a beautiful day. What beautiful people. Beautiful souls. I'm just gonna jump on in, y'all. I'm so excited about today. I have a dear, dear friend here as our guest speaker, and she's gonna play some music with us too. Right now, yeah. I'm going to introduce her properly, but y'all, this is my dear friend Nancy Day here from Massachusetts.
Hey, hey.
We have a wondrous friendship and a wondrous love. And if you know this song, please sing along. We're just going to welcome you here. 1, 2, 3. What wondrous love is this? Oh, my soul, oh, my soul. What wondrous love is this? Oh, my soul. What wondrous love is this that brings my heart such bliss and takes away the pain of my soul, and takes away the pain of my soul, of my my heart such bliss and takes away the pain of my soul, of my soul, of my soul. One more, of my soul. And now I get to welcome you properly. Ta-da! Hi, everyone. My name is Jory Costello. I am one of the song leaders here at UUFF and a long-time member. And there's just the welcoming things that we do here, like tell you about the land acknowledgments. We'd like to acknowledge that this land was settled by the Choctaw, the Osage, and the Quapaw First Peoples, and we like to acknowledge them when we gather here. In our space, Unitarian Universalist is a religious tradition that values freedom in religious thought and journey. We uphold the unity of our inner connections and our connections to each other, to all of life, and to the precious universe of which we're all part of. We affirm the universality of love and hope as we journey together in our community, and we welcome you, whoever you are at this moment and wherever you are in your spiritual journey. And for those of you who are just joining us for the first time, we have a visitor's card where you can get more information, and like our Wednesday email, chock full of good stuff from our administrator, Fawn. And if you, in the time in our service, there's going to be joys and concerns, and you can fill out a yellow card. These cards are in the seat back in front of you. And you can share whether you want to share it with all, or if you want to keep it confidential. You can share a joy, a sorrow, a concern. And you're also welcome to just come up and drop a stone in the water when that time comes, and you don't even have to fill out a card for that. For those of you joining on Facebook, hello, I know you're out there. And if you're new on Facebook, you can go to our website, uufayetteville.org. All right, if you have any need for hearing assistance, our AV tech, David, can help you with that. And children are always welcome in the service, especially newborn babies. Congratulations, y'all. There's the baby. And as you know, there is a wonderful staffed nursery available downstairs if you prefer. And please remember to silence your cell phones. I shall do that as well. Oh, that was a good reminder. And I'm just so incredibly thrilled that you all get to experience the joy that is Nancy Day. She is here from Massachusetts. She's here on a musical tour. She does have CDs available. And I know we're kind of new friends the past 5 years or so, and I know some of the things that Nancy has overcome in her life, and she does it with great effort, with grace and dignity, forgiveness and acceptance. And we are going to learn something today. I learn from her every conversation we have, every song she writes. She is just full of this passion for life and for diversity and inclusion and connectedness, and I'm just so thrilled you are here. And I'm going to take her all over Fayetteville today, and you're going to hear some originals, and we're going to sing together, and she's going to make you sing too, just warning. All right, and now I'd like to welcome up Sarah Reynolds. She is going to talk to us about a gratitude moment from our stewardship committee. Sarah, are you here? Oh, there, thank you. Welcome, Sarah. Do you need this up here? You got one.
Thank you, Jory. Like she said, my name is Sarah Reynolds. You may recognize me. As a few weeks ago, I was part of the new member service, so I appreciate all the hard work that went into that. I feel very welcomed. So I want to say a few words about how I got here. Well, when I look out at this congregation, I see seekers and soul acceptors, and that is the exact place I've been looking for a very long time. Before I found this church, I wrote a poem that represents my tough journey through various religious institutions that may be a similar path to what you guys have experienced in here. The verses were pretty dense and theologically also dense. So I will spare you the dogmatic, doctrinal dissent and create instead a more apt depiction of my journey to hear one that people who did not learn to read using the KJV may appreciate. I grew up extremely fundamentalist to the extent that it impacted my self-concept. For example, instead of using the Sally Sue book to learn to read, we recited the alphabet, True Believer's version. A is for Adam. He was the first man. He broke God's command, and thus sin began. B is the book which to guide us is given. Though written by men, the words came from heaven. C is for Christ, who for sinners was slain, and so on and so forth. Adam to Zion, about the inherent unworthiness of humans. So, needless to say, I was taught that we were born imperfect. We are worthless without a Savior and unworthy of his love, even if given. The little girl with ragged blonde hair and a thrown-on dress, easy enough for herself to put on, worthless. I was told nothing less. To be born in double disgrace, imperfect, inherent for my humanity, and complete humanity, unattainable for me because of my assigned gender. That is what brings me to the quote, unquote, salvation story of this community. One of the only truths this assembly proclaims, the inherent dignity of all people. That principle is what brought me to seek out this community. Certainly, I was not born evil. I was not inherently cursed with the eternal, terminal illness of being undeserving of love. Screaming into the sky for mercy for the simple fact of me being born. The truth is, certainly, that I am deserving of love. And I can find love all around me. I can find love in the eyes of a stranger. I can find love in a hug of a dog. And I can find love in the spirit of this community. And if I look hard enough, I can even find love in myself. I am deserving of love from my very birth. I am so grateful that there's a place like this that will tell me that. That takes me back to my mostly negative poem. Through my amazing experience with this congregation, I was able to add a second verse to that poem that I would like to share with you. Just a part of it. It's a little dance. Logos. Love only when united with the other two, empathy and community. I declare it denied no more. There is so much more than what I've seen in store. So I am perfect in who I am. The only limitation is my ability to act, of which, through this congregation, I'm getting more competent each day. So I urge myself and this community to be diligent and steadfast in their contributions of time, talent, and treasure. There are still little girls like me here in Arkansas and around the world that need someone to tell them that they are born worthy of love. Thank you.
Thank you for your honesty, for your awareness of yourself, and bringing that awareness here. It is so important to remind all of us what is offered here, and you did a very eloquent job of doing that, and also brought your vulnerability, which is so important every day, to realize that's not a flaw, that is a strength. You really moved me. Thank you. My opening words for today. Hi, I'm Nancy, first of all. It's such a pleasure to be here. I've been looking forward to this for a very long time. And it feels like I've been friends with Jory for a long time. It just, there's a soul connection there. Thank you, Jory, for helping me be here. So, thinking about what I was going to do a sermon about today, I was told about the new version of the core values: justice, equity, transformations, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity. So my opening words are, I find while thinking about these core values, I am aware of how in my own process of becoming who I am today, I've learned how to embrace any and all of my own core values with the tie, the bridge, the desire to learn, and enough humility that I must include acceptance. No matter what we are facing in our lives, without acceptance of our vulnerabilities, our confusion, our need for healing, our need for one another, our awareness of what is difficult and how to proceed, through any and all of this, we must accept where we are first. In order to change anything, we must see and accept what is in need of change. So in my core, I want to accept justice, accept equity, accept transformation, accept pluralism, accept interdependence, and accept generosity. With acceptance, each core value may be brought to life in a new way, making it personal, not just global. Make it life-changing for myself, not just trying to make better the health of my community. I must accept being inclusive in my thoughts first, my words next, my deeds as a follow-up to finding how to live and accept these core values for my life. We will be including this throughout the service today because I want to invite you to preface steps with acceptance in your lives. The good thing is we each know what is facing us, what is hard, what is true, what is. I'm going to continue with this first. It's a song, but I'm creating it with your help. And every time I perform, I do an improvisation, which means I'm writing a song that hasn't been written before. And since we had gratitude this morning, so eloquently put, I'd like to invite you to say anything that comes to mind when we think of gratitude. Say it out loud to me, please. Friends. Friends, thank you.
Our land.
Our land, yes, thank you, absolutely. Dogs, yes. Cats, all right. Children, yes. Family. Acceptance. Love. Opportunity. Life. Wow, we're really rolling here. Okay, so I'm going to just see what I can remember here. Friends, opportunity, cats, dogs, life, land, family, children. Is there anything else that I forgot? Food and acceptance. Okay, I'm going to try to remember all of this. You get to pick what style of music it is. Country, jazz, a ballad, musical theater, what style? Oh, jazz. Oh, my goodness. We are on today. All right. The world is full of things that make you blue. That's not really jazz. That's kind of country. Oh, wait. When I've been so sad and I've been so blue, I know there's one thing that I can do. I can turn to my gratitude. Think of the dogs and the cats, how they help you get it through. Acceptance and family. Think of the children, how they make you smile. Think of everything that keeps you in style. Oh, it's a wonderful life. When I travel around and I see how beautiful this land is, think about how the land isn't really yours. We are here and we are proud to be here. Say it loud, the land makes us feel gratitude. I'm here, you're here, we're here, family. It's wonderful to be with gratitude, you and me. Think about it, don't you doubt it. Gratitude. Thank you.
Hi, friends. I'm Jules Taylor, and I'm going to do the lighting of the chalice. And I would love for you to say these words with me. Love is the spirit of this community, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, seek knowledge and truth, and to help one another. Thus do we covenant together. Thank you.
Thank you, Jules. Yeah, I didn't mention the musician prowess that Nancy Day has. I thought you'd just see it for yourself. She's going to help us sing this hymn, Rise If You Are Willing and Able. And this is in our gray hymnal, number 86. Blessed Spirit of my life, give me strength through stress and strife. Help me live with dignity. Let me know serenity. Fill me with a vision. Clear my mind of fear and confusion when my thoughts flow restlessly. Let peace find a home in me. Spirit of great mystery, hear the still small voice in me. Help me live my wordless creed as I comfort those in me. Fill me with compassion, be the source of my intuition. Then, when life is done for me, let love be my legacy. Thank you. That was beautiful. You may be seated. Oh, a treat for us. Nancy's going to lead us in a time for all ages.
Thank you, Jory. Let's hear it for Jory. So just so you know, when I got out of college, I ended up, I've written for all ages, and I became Nancy from Creative Land, and I toured prep schools, preschools, and it was important to me with the music that I wrote to help children have self-esteem. And so this is one of the songs that was their favorite songs. And it is called, It's Okay to Be Happy, It's Okay to Be Sad, It's Okay to Be Anything, 'cause none of my feelings are bad. That's the chorus of it. So it's easy to catch on to, and every time we sing that through twice. Now, what also happens in this song is I'm going to come up with a little story, and at the end of that story, I'm going to say, and I felt so sad, or whatever feeling I say. When I say I felt so sad, all of you are going to say, it's okay to be sad, or whatever feeling it is. So let's try that once, and I felt so sad. And then we sing the chorus. You're great. Wow, you're so fast. We're going to tour with this. I just know it. Here we go. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be anything, 'cause none of my feelings are bad. One more time. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be sad. Very nice. 'Cause none of my feelings are bad. Well, one time I was on a swing and I was really small and I fell off and I hit my head and I was so sad. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be anything. Sing it to me. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be anything. 'Cause none of my feelings are bad. Well, one time, a long time ago, I didn't have a sandwich, and it was lunchtime. And this little girl walked up to me, and she offered me half of her sandwich. And I felt so happy. It's okay to be happy. Sing it to me. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be anything. None of my feelings are bad. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be anything, 'cause none of my feelings are bad. And then one time, I was walking and I saw a beautiful woman across the street, and I had really deep feelings evolving, and I realized I might be gay. It's okay to be happy. Sing it to me. This is your last time. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be anything, 'cause none of my feelings are bad. Thank you.
I can't think of a better song to segue us into joys and concerns. It's okay to be happy, and those are our joys, and it's okay to be sad, our concerns. Ours is a welcoming community where we find connection, a spiritual community where we find meaning. Ours is a sharing community where joys are amplified, a caring community where our sorrows are lessened. We take this moment in our service to reflect on our joys and concerns and acknowledge the mutual support of this community. Jory, would you be my helper on gathering stones here in just a minute? You're filling out a card. You go ahead and do that. So if you have a yellow card to bring up, you can do that in just a moment. The people joining us online are invited, if you would like, to write a joy or concern in the comments, and those will be shared. And many of us just want to drop a stone, and we don't have a card, and that's good. Just a stone dropped in silence that reflects the joys and concerns on our hearts today. So let's play a little music, and I invite you to come forward and share joys and concerns. Do we have any online today to share? Okay. We have quite a few that cards that were turned in, joys and concerns, and I'm not going to separate them out. I'll just read them in the order I've got them here. From Abby, Aaron, Neil, and Sunny. Delighted to be back at church with our Sunny girl. Sonia Jessica, born October 7. All right. Well, let's share some additional stones. We know there are always joys and concerns that are not shared, and we want to represent those with some dropping of stones. And a few more for the joys and concerns we will enter into this week. Many of them will be surprises to us. Just all the rest of them. All right. Thank you, Joy. Let's take a moment of silence to contemplate both joys and concerns. May we remember those who have spoken, those who have been named, and those we hold in silence in our hearts. May we be active in sharing joy, in comforting sorrow, and in meeting needs. This religious community exists by its mission as a fire exists by burning, but a fire cannot burn without fuel. And it is the time, the energy, the imagination, vision, creativity, compassion, love, and the financial support of the members and friends of this community that fuels our mission to nurture and sustain a welcome, inclusive, and diverse community that transforms lives and serves the world. Your support is what fuels this community and its mission. And without your support, the flame of justice, community, and love cannot burn brightly to warm ourselves and be a beacon in a world threatened by division and fear. We invite our ushers to come forward now and receive the offering.
Thank you, Jory, for your patience with me there. I am so honored to be here and to share with you. Back in Massachusetts, at the Unitarian churches there. I'm a sub for pastors when they're on leave, and I was a camp counselor at a Unitarian church, and I also wrote a Unitarian theme song some years ago. So I really appreciate where you're coming from. I continue with my message today. Before I dive into the message today, I want to start by looking at how some might think they have it all covered, not wanting to put time in order to understand and apply each core value. And humor does bring to light how we can very easily convince ourselves that we know about everything. It's easy to think we know what each core value is. For example, with justice. I want the same price on the produce that you get. And I want a free bag of chips every purchase, and I don't like it that you have a more expensive car. That's supposed to be funny. That's how some people might think it to themselves. We all have had experiences, even in our youngest youth, of seeing injustice, bullying or someone being unkind or unfair or cheating while waiting for the bus, in the lunch line, taking tests, and so on. And we as adults witness others in our lives, in the public or around the world, experiencing injustices. And so first, we must acknowledge what it feels like, what we feel in those moments of witnessing it, and value our initial knowing of right from wrong, fair and unfair. And as we go out into the world by accepting our own feelings and having them, we are more able to embrace others' feelings while trying to cope with whatever injustice is at hand. Having shared our tears of our own experiences, we can be stronger and more centered when dealing with other situations and make valid, compassionate gestures and take action that will be more authentically in the moment instead of coming from a place inside us that has been neglected. So in order to be fair and impartial, we need to communicate what we need without shame and ask others what they need while listening without judgment. We can't assume that others need what others need, and none can assume about our differences. And once we realize our needs and others, because we care to know, equality becomes possible. So may we accept our own needs and be open to others without thinking we know. Justice begins in our hearts. Equity. A funny thought, but really true. People often think they know. I want as much of a refund as you get, so I totally understand equalism. Likewise, looking within our lives when thinking about equity, we must notice that none of us come from exactly the same place, that we all have grown up in some disadvantages and some advantages, and in order to better address others, we need to look at where we've come from in our lives, from childhood going forward, about our origins when dealing with others, having curiosity about their differences as we would want someone to be curious about us. We cannot carry our history and think we know others. So by accepting where we've come from, we realize we do not all start from the same place, and we must make adjustments to repair imbalances. So how invested are we if we look at our lives and our involvement with others as an investment where we all share ownership in our world, our community, our church? It takes time to learn how to treat others fairly according to their needs without giving any group of people special treatment. That all of our experiences and needs are as important as another. If we are impartial, then we humble ourselves and think of each difference as a valued investor in our world. Transformation. Another funny thought. I get my hair colored every month and become a new me for everyone. Transformation is a word and meaning that has many facets to it.
We might be talking about the transformation of our church community, our own spirituality, someone's passing, how we feel when we are inspired and experience change within our own being. And sometimes it is literally about a building needing a new roof, others needing attention, counseling, clothing, and shelter in order to transform and evolve, as is going on in your community with housing, in nurturing and centering ways, making the world a better place for all. When we help one person transform their lives in a healthy way, we transform the world, just as when we are transforming, we change the world. It is so easy not to include ourselves, but it is important that we ask ourselves how we might live a better life by ways in which we feel and need and want and desire to transform. So think about this and be true to yourselves by loving yourselves enough to not just think, this is where it is, this is how it is. Because by owning your own needs to transform, you become a better communicator and leader in your church, community, and family. By accepting your place now as a key part of transformation, you will value others' place now in their transformation. Nothing stands still. It is when we think we are stuck that we prevent our transformation and others as well. So may it be of comfort that we're only stagnant if we live with that unrealistic notion. It is different to feel stagnant than to be it. So explore and accept where you are in your own transformation. Look at where you feel stuck and recognize that life is transforming you while you're feeling this way. Life is an opportunity to continue moving, transforming, as with the church or any community. So it's not just about coloring your hair. Pluralism. Someone who thinks they know pluralism. I just love all the colors of the leaves, the plural colors. Well, let's have a talk with her, right? And with pluralism, realizing this is about people of different social classes, religions, races, etc., together in a society, yet they may all naturally continue to have different traditions and interests. So it may be for you personally that somehow you have felt left out in your society because of race, gender, religion, age, size, color, history, sex, due to any range of reasons. And it is by me recognizing what this can feel like. For example, I was harassed while working after I graduated from college from a university and worked in a transcript department. And because I was gay, I was harassed by my coworkers and my boss. I had to go to affirmative action because it became so severe. And when I brought the list of behaviors and threats against me to them, I was told that even one of these reasons was reason enough for my complaint. And they sent in a spy into the office, and my boss was fired as a result, and I was transferred out of the department. I learned by taking action and valuing my own feelings, I could make a difference for myself and others who would work there in the future. And throughout my life, I have helped others in all sorts of harassment scenarios. I've helped women write to unions because of severe harassment in being Jewish. I've helped others who were sexually harassed in offices. I've helped empower survivors of sexual assault and abuse have a voice and stand up and tell their truths, and so on. And because I've taken action, accepted my own situations, and found words to express myself, I've been able to help others. And it all ties into pluralism. If we only recognize we each are a part of the whole, we each have an irreplaceable voice and experience and different cultural backgrounds, and these differences may bring us together, may help us steer the ship, sharing on equal terms and valuing our lives. The myth that some politicians attempt to have us believe that differences in cultures, histories, race, gender, religion cause us division and are threatening the greatness of our country is toxic and untrue. There is no reason why we cannot live our lives, our traditions, our dreams, our truths, and still have a common bond with one another in a home, community, workplace, and country. There's no evading differences, so may we first accept what makes us different and open our hearts to do the same for others. Interdependence. Funny, I feed my cat and my cat loves me. Interdependence. Sounds a little codependent. Now, when we think of interdependence, the state of being dependent on one another, mutual dependence, I think of how nature grows in these ecosystems where they are sustained by dependence on one another. And I think of how our lives can be with one another, how lovely it would be if we truly look within ourselves and ask ourselves how willing we are to reach out for ourselves when we are in need. How wonderful it would be if we all cared enough to acknowledge our need for one another enough that it would not be identified as shameful to ask for help or labeled as a weakness, but rather a way to help each other thrive. What if we encouraged our neighbors to really call if they needed to think about what we don't need that we could offer someone else, to think of and offer a compliment when we go to the grocery or help someone in the snow or after a storm? That kindnesses are a great way to stimulate interdependence so that it is not a rarity, but a natural way, as with nature, to not merely survive, but thrive as a family, community, country, and world. Instead of thinking of our own dependence on others as a fault, let's look at this as a key part of thriving together, as do the trees, bees, birds, plants, and rain and sun and moon. The divine shows us how every day. And generosity, last but not least. Here's one of the assumptions. I go out of my way to put out my trash and to mow the lawn so it looks beautiful for my neighbors. Well, somebody might think that's generosity, and perhaps there's a little bit of truth to that. And at last but not least, interdependence does have something to do with generosity. Interesting how all of these core values, if we apply them to our own lives, can make for a healthier life for ourselves and for all of us on the planet. But it must start with ourselves. So when thinking about generosity, we must ask ourselves in ways we have been and not been generous. I know that words have a different meaning to everyone. Someone hears the word generous and it may bring us something positive or negative. It may feel like a pressure or an invasive word, almost a requirement instead of a choice, or it may feel like an easy and fun invitation. So look at how you feel when you hear the word. What do you think of, or who, or what experience? And then accept what has happened prior and ask yourself how you want to redefine your definition or feeling about generosity, and find within yourself a new capacity for sharing with others, giving out of love, not expectation, finding ways to share your joy from your joy, accepting your joy as a gift. Generosity can be most influential from our place of joy because that kind of fuel for any giving is necessary to truly give and receive. If you don't have the money, you have a smile to give on the street. You have a compliment for a cashier or a door to open. Generosity is, I believe, almost an attitude, not a servitude. We should never feel obligated, but rather feel happier when we do share our hearts, even when you draw a picture for someone, or write a song, or carry someone's books, or listen to someone's sorrow. by holding space for someone's story. That is unspeakable gratitude. All are generosity, and all make the world turn more peacefully. And with the centered intention from a loving place, having looked at your own interpretation of generosity, you may give more freely with joy. So even if it is nature that brings you joy, go there. Absorb that joy. Recognize that that beauty from the divine is here to remind us we all deserve joy. And it rebirths itself all the time, and so may we. So even when we're tired, we can turn to that miraculous energy every day and say, you know, I have it in me to be thoughtful. So as we reflect on our lives and our stories, let's remember it is who we are, who we've become, where we've come from, and where we are going, and accepting all of this that helps us understand, want to learn, want to have more understanding of others' differences in order to know how to share these core values. I know that what I feel as I walk in my life is I don't want to be selective. I feel in this moment a love for all of you because we all are in this world together. We may not have the same path, but we all deserve love. So let's embrace each other and value ourselves with these core values. And I thank you for listening to me. I accepted the invitation, and I'm grateful to be here. And I'm going to go over and do my closing song. Here we go.
Well, this song is one that has traveled with me. I've toured in 39 of the 50 states, and in many of my concerts, I've done this next song, and I did it last night in Tulsa. The chorus of it is easy to learn, and it reminds us that we all are one, and that if we reach out, we can be as one. The chorus goes like this, and then you'll repeat lines after me. It's a long road to where I am going, and it's a long road from where I have come, and it's a long road to where we are going, but if we reach out, we can be as one. Now repeat after me. Sometimes I'm lonely, sometimes I'm sad, sometimes I'm tired, sometimes I'm mad, sometimes I feel helpless, sometimes I cry, sometimes I feel hopeless, but I know I must try. It's a long road to where I am going, and it's a long road from where I've come, and it's a long road to where we are going, but if we in fear. One too many times I hide in doubt. Even when we're lost and empty-handed, we can find out there is more to find out. It's a long road to where I'm going, and it's a long road from where I have come, and it's a long road to where we are going. But if we reach out, we can be as one. So I invite you to hold the hand of someone next to you, and we're going to sing it one more time. It's a long road. It's a long road from where I have come, and it's a long road to where we are going. But if we reach out, we can be as one.
Thank you so much, Nancy. That was an excellent song to end on. I'm going to extinguish the chalice, and I'd like to invite you to say these words with me, please. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we hold in our hearts until we meet again. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Still feels awkward to stand on this side. Lots of announcements. First of all, the membership drive. There is the membership forms in the lobby. Please be sure to fill out and turn them into the office today. Thank you. Lots of announcements. The rehearsal for Web of Life happens right after service today. The Covenant group is meeting on Monday at UU Grounds. Here, let's hear it for the Grounds again. They're looking so sharp. And Saturday, October 26th, the Halloween Bash. 5:30 for trunk or treat and a potluck and dancing, DJ dance with DJ Joko Rocco. Costumes are appropriate. And then the 27th Sunday is the Web of Life service. Web of Life ritual. We'll be honoring the dead. You're invited to bring pictures of your beloved dead ones, and there will be an altar, and there will be all the ritual around the ones that have passed and our connections to them. And again, members, please fill out the 2025 membership form and turn it in today. Did I miss anything, Fawn? Excellent. And so Nancy and I are just going to jam away as we go to coffee and chatting. And thank you again, Nancy, for being here. It's been a pleasure to have you in Fayetteville.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Of course. We're going to jam while you guys gather and chat and find your way as you leave here. Thank you all for listening and being a part of all of this. And thank you to David on sound. And thank you to those in the kitchen and those that are out in the hall helping with things and downstairs. Bless your hearts.